All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. Up front, we will have Patrick Gitter and Richie Joplin. On the second row will be Jeremy Gardner and Clay Kirchenbauer. Justin Swafford and Pudge on the third row. Jeffrey Goodpaster, Patrick Pieper on the fourth, PJ Cox and Jacob Morgan. Round out the top 10, Blake Veeken and Tyler Ott, 11th and 12th. Blake Veeken starts in 13th, Blake Veeken in 11th, Tyler Ott in 12th. Brandon Newby starts 13th, Colby Whipple in 14th. Lance Spawnberg starts in 15th, Jeremy Edwards in 16th. Jarrett Woodard in 17th, Brody Green in 18th. Cody Kennedy starts 19th. Darren Silva is back tonight starting in 20th. Ryan McDaniel, Russell Worth rounding out the field. Great to see Darren back out on track. Haven't seen him in a while. Darren sporting that old school skull paint scheme. Russell Worth in the old Dale Jr. Bud car. And another Skull Bandit car up front, Richie Joplin. Obviously a lot of throwbacks in the field. Make sure you let us know which your favorite throwback is here tonight. Quick look through the field at some of these awesome throwback paint schemes. Cody Kennedy's car, I thought at first said Flat Earth, it says Fat Earth. Looks like we will get a delay on the start here, giving everybody an opportunity to get situated. Note that it is highly likely things are going to get dicey out here tonight. Do have some views from the blimp tonight as well. I think that blimp cam is likely going to come in handy here. Oh, and drop in the comments, tell us what your favorite nickname for Darlington is. The track too tough to tame, the lady in black, which one is it? Patrick Gitter leads them around with Richie Joplin just waiting for that pace car to drop in. Remember, Darlington is a bit different. Both ends of the track, different banking, different radius. It's a bit like an egg, as you see there, much like my head. Hayes' car is in. Who's going to get the Darlington stripe first here tonight? Down the front straightaway, here we go. Green flag in the air. They're down and away at Darlington. Off into 1 and 2 they go, and this is where it's going to start getting dicey. Jacob Morgan on the wall. A close call there with Veeken as they come on. Oh, we've already got one in the hard into the wall. Russell Worth. Darren Silva involved. Russell up on the high side as they come through turn 4. Gets the wall. Oh, Darren had already had the incident up ahead. They managed to clear the track quickly enough. No caution. Darren has made it to pit road. Oh, just looks like Darren has a little bobble in the middle of the turn. Bounces off the wall, comes back up, and Darren Silva gets the first stripe tonight. Patrick Gitter out front already, pulling a gap on Gardner, who's all the way up into second. Richie Joplin now in third, Clay Kirchenbauer in fourth, Pudge in fifth. Justin Swafford, Jeffrey Goodpaster, PJ Cox, Patrick Pieper, and Blake Viken round out the top 10. Biggest mover so far, though, Cody Kennedy up 3 spots. Cody up into 16th as he tries to run down Colby Whipple. Gitter, meanwhile, just set the fastest lap of the race so far, and it could, unlike a lot of races, that could be the fastest lap we see tonight. 29.08. Jeremy Gardner came in tonight saying he was really struggling here. He does not like this track. Currently in second place. Clay Kirchenbauer, another second place finish last week. Still not gotten to victory lane yet this season. So many podium finishes, but no victories. Could tonight be the night for him? Richie Joplin in fourth, Pujanowski currently running in fifth. Justin Swaff, caution is out. Ryan McDaniel involved. Another rough start to the night for Ryan. Just gets loose out of the turn 4 down into the infield. Jarrett Woodard tries to avoid him, but nowhere to go. Jarrett comes off turn 4, knows there's been an incident ahead, starts moving down the track to avoid him. At the same time, McDaniel bounces off the wall, and both of them blew their engines. They both towed to pit road, will get repaired and get back out. But a rough start to this one. Already 4 drivers involved in incidents here early. Gitter as the lead, Gardner in second, Kirchenbauer in third, Richie in fourth, Pudge in fifth. Richie Joplin currently running in fourth after last week, dropped to 9th in points. He's got a lot of ground to make up here. Meanwhile, Justin Swafford has continued staying in the top 3 in points, but Gardner and Gitter still battle for the points lead and now battle on track. Brandon Newby, Colby Whipple, and Brody Green all come to pit road as well, getting some fresh tires on that car. A lot of guys up here on old tires, and even though it's only been 7 or 8 laps on those tires, they're gonna have to be careful on the restarts already. Spinning the tires, Darlington just chews up. It's like driving on sandpaper. It just chews your tires up every inch of the track. These guys will have to be careful. They'll have to control the tire wear. They're going to have to take it easy in the early going just to survive until the end. Blake Viken now up into 10th, Patrick Pieper in 9th, PJ Cox is in 8th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 7th, and Justin Swafford in 6th. in the old school Texas Terry Labonte paint scheme. I was a big Terry Labonte fan before Jeff Gordon hopped on the scene in '94. I love seeing those old school Hendrick paint schemes out here tonight. Lights are back out on the pace car. They get ready to go green. Gardner now up on the outside on Patrick Gitter. Down the back straightaway, the Boeing back straight. Looks like Whipple, Newby, and Brody Green took 4 tires, fuel, and some repairs. All of them already getting a Darlington stripe as they come out of turn 4. Pace car is in. Here we go again. Gitter fires there away. Kirchenbauer gets a good run down on the bottom, makes a move for second. Pudge now up into 4th as Richie Joplin drifts back to 5th. Pudge looks to the outside. Kirchenbauer couldn't complete the pass. He's now back into 3rd. Gardner in 2nd, but it is still Gitter out front. Top 10 pretty much single file. Jacob Morgan in 9th, Blake Beacon in 10th. They lost a little bit of ground on the restart. Tyler Ott leading Patrick Pieper, Jeremy Edwards around. Cody Kennedy is back there. Brody Green back there as well. Ryan McDaniel has had another incident. Ryan way down on the bottom, and just the back end snaps loose on him. He gets the inside wall, 360s it, gets it rolling again. No caution, but man, Ryan McDaniel, no luck here tonight. PJ Cox starting to find some speed out there as well. He is currently in 8th place. Jeffrey Goodpaster currently runs in 7th as he closes in on Justin Swafford. Jeremy Gardner in 2nd. Now is Clay back to the back bumper. Pudge right there with him. Richie Joplin still in the top 5. It is very tricky to pass here. You've got to take extra care. Look at the run Clay has right to Richie's back bumper. I'm sorry, that is Swafford. Oh, Gardner's in the wall. Gardner's in the wall. He drops back into 6th. Looks like he may even lose that. Jeremy Gardner goes from 2nd to 7th in 1 turn. Gardner definitely has his first stripe of the night. Patrick Gitter, meanwhile, has a 2.5 second lead over Clay Kirchenbauer, now in second. Pudge in third. Excuse me, Ryan McDaniel did make it to pit road. Hopefully he'll be able to get repairs and get back out. Richie Joplin now up into fourth. A little bobble out of Richie. Coming through turn 4, but he holds on to it. Swafford back in fifth. Goodpaster closing in on him in sixth. Gardner, wow, he's got a lot of right side damage, and that back end is kicking out on him big time out of turn 2. You heard Clay Kirchenbauer say in the pre-race that the car has a lot of push right up until the moment it snaps loose on you. These cars have so little downforce, so much power. These drivers are working overtime here tonight. Ryan McDaniel has gotten the car repaired. He is back out on track. Jarrett Woodard and Darren Silva both also back out. Russell Worth, who was involved in that first incident, is out there running a tour mod right now. Gitter out front. Kirchenbauer starting to open up a gap in second. Pudge in third. PJ Cox back in 8th place, trying to run down Jeremy Gardner in 7th. PJ has been fast all night. Will he be able to make up the ground? Blake Viken now 2 spots in the 9th. Jacob Morgan back in 10th. Jeremy Edwards all over Morgan's back bumper. Morgan lets him go as they go off into 1. Smart move by Jacob Morgan, just not fighting it out here, saving the car early. Patrick Pieper now back in 12th, Tyler Ott in 13th. Cody Kennedy, oh, Cody kissing the wall here. And Colby Whipple comes by. Brody Green's going to come by as well. And because this is a short track, only 1.3 miles, the leader, Patrick Gitter, is already in lap traffic. A lot of drivers wondering if they would get a long green flag run here tonight. It looks like they're going to have some. As we're just 5 laps away from the first stage break at lap 30. Patrick Gitter doing what he needs to do tonight, getting those stage points with Gardner back in 7th. He has an opportunity to extend his lead. Remember, after next week at Homestead, there will go down to 5 drivers for the final race at Daytona. Just 2 more races to go. I cannot believe this season is almost over. It has been some of the best racing we have ever seen out of these cars and drivers. And with just tonight and 2 more left to go, can Clay Kirchenbauer finally break the second place streak and get himself into victory lane? At the moment, Clay is actually running faster lap times than the leader. Pudge back in third, still has Richie Joplin and Justin Swafford right there with him. Goodpaster has started reeling them in again. Gardner back in seventh, heavy right side damage. Jeremy Edwards running in eighth has made up a lot of ground. 8 spots since the drop of the green flag. PJ Cox running in ninth. Blake Veakin running in 10th. Jacob Morgan just outside of the top 10. Jacob really needs to make sure he gets in the top 10 for these stages to get that few extra bonus points. 1 or 2 stage points could make the difference going into Daytona. Gitter comes around, crosses the start-finish line. Next time by will be the stage break. Still, after this long green flag run, still 17 drivers left on the lead lap. Brandon Newby back in 17th. Lance Sponberg currently in the lucky dog position. And you see even Gitter getting a little loose out of 4 here. Caution is out. Stage 1 goes to Patrick Gitter. Clay Kirchenbauer finishing in second. Richie Joplin third. Pudge in fourth. Justin Swafford comes home fifth. Jeffrey Goodpaster, Jeremy Gardner, Jeremy Edwards, PJ Cox, and Blake Veakin rounding out the top 10 drivers, all getting stage points. As Gitter finds the pace car and gets ready to hit pit road. And here they come. Everybody's coming down pit road. Everybody wants 4 fresh tires. And it'll be interesting to see. A lot of guys will be taking some extra time here to get some repairs done. Looking to see if Gitter and Kirchenbauer have touched the wall yet. Gitter's car looks like he is not. Clay is not. We know Gardner has. We know most of this field has. But a few drivers still have not got their stripes yet. Gitter quickly back off pit road. Let's see if we can get a word with our stage winner. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4, I got you, Doug.
Hey, congratulations on the stage win. Obviously, the car a bit of a handful tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's just it takes such a huge swing, early run to late run. For me, it's a little more planted early run, and then late run, it's kind of loose getting into 3, and you got to back your entry up. So it definitely changes as the run progresses. And if guys are got some close racing late in the run, then expect to see some close calls.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those already. Obviously, attrition being a big factor here tonight. And you get into lap traffic rather quickly here tonight. Are you given a little extra room? Is there a lot of communication going on to clear that lap traffic?
Absolutely. I had a couple cars I came up on a little bit ago, and Well, it didn't give as much room as I should have, but I mean, it's one of those tracks where it's so technical and there's not much room to navigate. So when you do come up with the lap traffic, that's gonna be huge.
Well, man, good luck. It's been a great run so far, and I did notice you haven't got your stripe yet. You better get busy.
Yeah, I expect to see that a little later. I'm sure I'll earn it.
I'm sure you will. Good luck, man.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Patrick Gitter wins stage 1 after pit stops. Jeremy Edwards back into the top 10. Edwards having an amazing run here tonight. Up 6 spots already. But quietly, Cody Kennedy has been making his way up. He is now up into 14th after starting back in 19th. Expect to see a big charge out of him in this second stage. They stack back up for the restart. Patrick Gitter, Clay Kirchenbauer up front. Richie Joplin and Pudge on the second row. Justin Swafford, Jeffrey Goodpaster on the third. Jeremy Gardner, Blake Veakin on the fourth. PJ Cox and Jeremy Edwards rounding out your top 10. Brody Green stopping down the bottom. Looks like he is dropping to the tail end of the lead lap, or the tail end of the field rather. Gitter and Kirchenbauer getting ready to lead them down. And why don't we crank it up? It looks like we might have had an incident back behind. Let's take a look. I do believe Jeremy Edwards involved in this. Let's see who else. Looks like Richie Joplin may have been where this started. Side by side with Clay. Gets a little bit of a bump, goes down, loses the back end, and a lot of drivers caught up in that. Jeremy Edwards, who had been on a charge all night long, he gets caught up in it. Blake Veakin, PJ Cox, it looks like Tyler Ott got a piece of it. Cody Kennedy got a piece of it. Patrick Pieper looks like he came through clean. Brandon Newby caught up in it. Richie Joplin obviously catching the worst of it. Blake Veakin catching a big piece of it too. Justin Swafford up in third. He caught a lot of it. We'll see if he comes down pit road here. I would have expected him to come in last time by. He has not been in yet. That car is smoking, though. He'll have to come in. Oh! Swafford's engine blew on the back straightaway. And look at this. Talk about your sportsmanship. Pudge is going to push him to pit road. Now, talk about great sportsmanship as Justin Swafford gets help. He is going to make it to his pit stall here. Great job by Nowski here tonight. Jeffrey Goodpaster now up to 5th. Jacob Morgan in 6th. Patrick Pieper now in 7th. Big winner in that deal was Colby Whipple, now up 6 spots into 8th. PJ Cox in 9th. Tyler Ott runs 10th. Let's see if we can catch a quick word with one of our points contenders here, Jeremy Gardner. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I remember hearing you say you do not like this track and it was not going to be a good night for you.
No, it's not. I'm awful here. I done slammed the wall like 6 times.
Well, you obviously had the incident that put you way back into 7th place, but I'm making up a lot of ground here. Do you have something to hang on up here in the top 3?
Yeah, if I don't overdrive 3 and 4.
It has gotten a little dicey out there, and obviously a close call a moment ago. The car okay?
Oh yeah, we're good. Me and Pudge avoided that, thankfully. If not, I would have been screwed there for sure.
Well, man, good luck tonight. Obviously a rough start to this one, but you're already making up some ground.
Absolutely. Hopefully I can stay up here.
Good luck, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, Jeremy Gardner currently runs in 3rd. You heard him say he's been in the wall more than once tonight, so hopefully he can hang on to her. Gitter controls the restart. They've been out there on these tires for almost 10 laps. So watch this restart carefully. We might see some tire spin. Pace car drops in. Gitter controls the restart. Gitter fires there, away, green back in the air. Kirchenbauer trying to hold on to 2nd, Gardner looking low. Pudge on the move, and he's got Goodpaster right there with him. Oh, several cars touching the wall out of turn 2. No caution. Trying to see who that was off turn 4 a moment ago that was kind of inching all over the track. Oh, a big bobble out of Jeremy Edwards. Edwards, who was charging hard early on, now back in 12th. A little problem there. Now he's got Swafford all over the back bumper. Hey, good evening, Sean. I was wondering where you were, buddy. Gitter still out front with Gardner holding 2nd, but Clay Kirchenbauer not far behind in 3rd. Pudge 4th and Goodpaster in 5th. I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. Jacob Morgan in 6th, Patrick Pieper in 7th, Blake Beacon in 8th, PJ Cox is 9th, Colby Whipple still holds on to the top 10. And it looks like PJ might be blinking a little. Jeremy Edwards found his rhythm again. He's looking underneath Whipple. Cracks back into the top 10. Sean, that's why I do not close my eyes when I get home from work. If I blink too long, I might fall asleep. Gitter out front, Gardner in second, and Kirchenbauer in third. But Pudge and Jeffrey Goodpaster are right there, and look who is closing in. The 24 of Jacob Morgan, now in 6th place, starting to make his way forward. And as we mentioned a little bit ago with Patrick Gitter, with the lap, the longer this thing stays green, Gitter will start getting into lap traffic. They run a 29 to 30 second lap as tires fall off. And considering right now Lance Sponberg in 17th place is 20 seconds behind Gitter, Patrick Gitter will be back in lap traffic before much longer. But navigating lap traffic could be an interesting proposition here tonight. It could come down to who does a better job getting around the slower traffic. Pudge still holding on to 4th. Pudge came in tonight 6th in points, knowing he has got to make up some ground here. Oh, wow! Goodpaster was wicked loose off of turn 4. Let's watch him go around for a lap here. See, he is right up by the wall in 1 and 2. Just gives it a little kiss. Down into 3 and 4, drops down to the bottom. Let's see if he gets loose again off turn 4. Holds, a little bit loose that time as well. Blake Viken up 5 spots now into 6th place, but Jeremy Edwards is back on the march. He is up 9 spots into 7th and running down Blake Viken. Jacob Morgan currently in 8th, Jacob Morgan in 8th, Justin Swafford in 9th, Pieper back in 10th. PJ Cox lurking back in 11th. Colby Whipple has drifted back to 12th. Richie Joplin is starting to make it. Oh, we've got a car stopped in 4. I think it might have been Brandon Newby. Newby way out of shape. Looks like he might have got a piece of the wall there. And then a hard hit into the outside wall. He keeps it up top till everybody gets by, and he keeps moving. No caution, but man, a close call for a guy like Richie Joplin, who's already had to use his repair for the night. That could get a little dicey for Patrick Gitter here in a few moments, as now Newby will be very close to being lap traffic as well as Tyler Ott. And Lance Sponberg back in 17th. Gardner still holds on to 2nd, but about 3 seconds behind Patrick Gitter, with Clay Kirchenbauer back in 3rd, Pudge in 4th, and now look who has come and made his way into the top 5, Jeremy Edwards, currently up 11 spots into 5th. Edwards could be the car to beat here tonight. We mentioned the sportsmanship out of Pudge, how pushing cars to pit road under caution? Well, what about Jeremy Edwards last week, who pulled over to let other drivers by as they came to the stage break to make sure he did not take any stage points? Have seen some amazing sportsmanship out of this group this season. Brandon Newby just barely holding on to the lead lap after that earlier incident. Patrick Gitter right behind him. But as they come around, Gitter will have 2 laps to the stage break. A little bobble out of turn 4 for Patrick Gitter. The real question is going to be, can Jeremy Edwards get up there and get the win and steal one from Patrick Gitter and Jeremy Gardner? Worth noting, after Gardner winning his last week, he tied Patrick Gitter with 7 wins each this season. Drivers did say during preseason and early on in the season they were not going to let Patrick Gitter get another title here, but he is well on his way, and Gardner may be the only driver that can stop him. Darren Silva has gone to pit road early. Oh, Newby's in the wall right in front of the leader. He manages to get it down. What a close call that was. Should be seeing the stage break any lap now as they prepare for that final stage. And it looks like Gitter is going to run away with this one. Gardner holds second, Clay in third. Clay is gaining ground quickly on Gardner. We know that stage 3 is going to be all about tire conservation. Hudge still holds fourth, but Jeremy Edwards in fifth is closing. Gitter now in heavy lap traffic as he comes off fourth. Oh, Gardner, a close call. Lance Sponberg tried to stay up high. Gardner just got in, Gitter just gets in a little bit too deep. Looks like they're going to go one more time, and then we'll get the stage break for stage 2. There it is. Patrick Gitter wins the second stage, and Jared Woodard has crashed. Oh, Woodard just gets the wall out of turn 2, slides down to the inside. Several drivers manage to get by him. He gets back down to the bottom. and Getter wins stage 2. Gardner comes home in second, Clay Kirchenbauer in third, Pudge in fourth, Jeremy Edwards now up to fifth. Biggest mover so far. Can Edwards fight his way into a win here in the playoffs? Justin Swafford, Blake Viken, Richie Joplin, Jacob Morgan, and Colby Whipple. What about the comeback from Richie Joplin after the earlier incident? That car was all but destroyed. He has fought his way back into the top 10. In fact, we're going to try and get a word with Richie here in a few moments. As all the drivers hit their pit stalls, 4 tires in fuel. Did Gardner back up? I think Gardner may have missed his pit stall and had to back up. And Richie Joplin is rolling. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Richie, it's Doug. You got me?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? That was a heck of an incident earlier on, but, man, all the way back into the top 10 already.
Yes, I'm fighting my way back. I figure Clay gave me a little bit more room, but he didn't. It's all good. It's just racing at Darlington.
It definitely was, man. That was one heck of a battle, but really the comeback has been what has been so impressive. You obviously got the speed and can get around cars here. Can you get up there and get the win tonight?
I'm going to try. I need to beat that Getter up there.
Somebody needs to beat him.
Yeah, he's just really fast. I like racing with all of them. Justin's fast, Clay's fast, Pudge is fast tonight. You got Gardner up there as usual. You know, it's a lot of fun racing with these guys. They keep you on your toes and have a lot of fun.
They definitely do, man. It has been an awesome comeback, and I really hope you get to victory lane tonight, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, Richie Joplin, another driver up in the top of the field. Pudge has fought his way up. Jeremy Edwards' run has been spectacular as well. But Cody Kennedy is now up 9 spots into the top 10. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him. Hey, Cody, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, you're having one heck of a run through the field tonight. You've had to come through it a couple of times now.
Yeah, I just trying to stay in the back. I didn't have that much practice with these cars for this track, so I'm just staying in the back and just hanging out and learn.
Well, it seems like staying in the back is working. You're picking up spots left and right. Now back in the top 10. How much further can you get here?
If I can just stay off the wall, I probably can get up there. But you know how Darlington is come out and grab you when you're not expecting.
Yes, it definitely does. A great run so far. Don't let that wall grab you, and good luck, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
Cody Kennedy currently runs in 10th place. Having a great run. Several drivers really starting to come alive in that second stage. As we get ready to start stage 3, we'll go to the finish. Stage 2 almost completely green flag. Will stage 3 be? Will we see green flag stops here tonight? Boy, would that not be something. Getter fires their away. Stage 3 underway as Pudge looks down to the bottom. Sends it off into turn 1, trying to hold on to third, but Clay Kirchenbauer wants victory lane worse than probably anybody out here. Oh, Clay's in the wall. Clay's in the wall. Caution is out. Swafford's in it. Clay and Pudge battling it out. Clay up on the high side, just gets the wall, comes down across the nose, and what a lick he took. What a lick Swafford took. Swafford just had nowhere to go, no time to react with the car coming back across. Great job by Jacob Morgan and others avoiding that. Wow, what a lick. Justin Swafford, man, hope he's okay. Hope he's not in VR. Wow, that would be, that'd throw you for a loop. Kirchenbauer is on pit road. We'll watch and see if Swafford comes down. Yes, he is going to come to pit road as well. Blake Viken looks like he's coming down as well. Brody Green is going to come down. Jarrett Woodard on pit road as well. Let's see if we can get a quick word with the man, the myth, the legend, Pudjanowski. Hey, Pudge, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir, Doug. What's up, man?
Hey, it is Darlington. It does get a bit wild out there.
Man, it does. This has been, I've been sweating since lap 10. It's definitely been a wild race tonight, and just hoping to get this top 5 to stay towards championship.
I know only a couple of races left to go. You're lingering in 6th place, but having a great run here tonight. Do you have something for Gardner and Gitter?
I'm going to be straight up honest. I don't think I do. Not tonight. I do have enough to hold this third, but we're going to have to hit our laps. But Gitter and Patrick and Jeremy, they're just super fast tonight. So congratulations to those guys. But one of them is probably going to pull this thing off.
I have to say, you do got your stripe on there, and it looks good on that Tabasco car.
Good. That's why I want it hot and spicy tonight, baby.
Well, you're definitely putting on a hot and spicy show out there. Good luck, Pudge.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Pudjanowski, you heard him say it, and I said it earlier, these drivers are going to be worn out after this one. Pudge already sweating 10 laps into this thing. You know several of these drivers are pouring sweat right about now. Heck, I'm pouring sweat, and I'm in the booth. Should be getting 1 to green this time. It'll be Gitter and Gardner up front again. Pudge and Richie Joplin now on the 2nd row. Jeffrey Goodpaster and Jeremy Edwards on the 3rd row. Tyler Ott, Colby Whipple on the 4th row. Cody Kennedy and PJ Cox rounding out your top 10. And while Gitter and Gardner have led this thing most of the night, the drivers you should watch for. Jeremy Edwards started in 16th. He is up to 6th. Cody Kennedy started in 19th. He is up into 9th place. Both drivers picking up 10 spots here. But don't count out Tyler Ott up 5 spots into 7th, and Colby Whipple up 6 spots into 8th place. Some really fast cars out here tonight. Swafford is on his way back out. Swafford came in tonight 3rd in points. He has got to hope for a caution to get him back onto the lead lap. Gitter will control the restart again. Out of turn 4, pace car drops in. Gardner fires, they're away. Green is in the air. And there may have been an incident back behind. There is. Caution is out. I'm betting we saw some tire spin. Blake Veakin and PJ Cox involved. Oh, it looked like Jeremy Edwards spun the tires and everybody behind gets caught up in the checkup. There they fire, and there's Jeremy Edwards getting the wall. Everybody gets evasive. Jacob Morgan's caught in it. Brandon Newby, Blake Veakin. Clay Kirchenbauer was caught in it. Did Clay get any damage out of it? Clay was fortunate enough to be far enough back to stop and avoid it. Clay currently running in 13th after that stage break. Patrick Pieper and Jeremy Edwards both on pit road for repairs. Pieper, a lot of damage. And that restart was on fresh tires. You can imagine if we get a late race restart on old tires. Don't expect any of the leaders on pit road unless somehow they have an extra set of tires to blow. They've got to make every tire count here tonight. Brody Green, Clay Kirchenbauer coming back down pit road, getting some extra repairs here. Jeremy Edwards had such a charge going early. Expect to see him fight his way back through this field quickly. Russell Worth still in the fight. Swafford back on pit road looking to see looks like we'll have about 15 cars on the lead lap. Swafford now scored 2 laps down. Our top points contenders, Patrick Gitter, who leads the points, is first on track. Jeremy Gardner, second in points, second on track. Justin Swafford comes in tonight, third in points, currently scored 16th, 2 laps down. Clay Kirchenbauer comes in tonight, fourth in points. He currently runs in 12th. Jacob Morgan coming to tonight, fifth in points. He is currently on pit road in 15th. Remember, after Homestead next week, 5 drivers will be eliminated. The bottom 5 right now, Pujanowski in 6th, PJ Cox 7th in points, Colby Whipple 8th in points. 9th is Richie Joplin, Brandon Newby in 10th. However, Richie has fought his way back up into the top 3, doing exactly what he needs to do here tonight. Gitter controls the restart. Gitter fires their away. Green flag in the air. Looking through. Nobody spins them. Everybody taking a little bit of extra caution on this restart. Richie Joplin currently runs in fourth. Jeffrey Goodpaster in fifth. Keep an eye on Cody Kennedy. Cody now up 12 spots into seventh. Jeremy Edwards, who was involved in that incident a moment ago, now back up into 12th. Remember, he charged through the field early. Richie Joplin in fourth now. Goodpaster in fifth. Oh, we've got cars bouncing off the wall. Clay Kirchenbauer coming by. He's back up into ninth. And look who just got back into the top 10. Jeremy Edwards is charging. He's got to be careful to balance that speed with the tire wear, though. As he runs down Patrick Pieper and Clay Kirchenbauer gets by Pieper. Clay now in eighth. Pieper in the wall. Cody Kennedy, though, up to sixth now. Sets his sights on Tyler Ott. And Gitter still out front. 1.3 seconds ahead of Jeremy Gardner. Pudge holding on to third. He said he couldn't get any further, but he could hold third. Richie Joplin currently running in fourth. Tyler Ott in fifth. Pudge and Richie doing exactly what they need to do here tonight. Pudge came into the night 3 points behind Jacob Morgan. Jacob Morgan currently running back in 13th. Pudge running in third. He would move into the top 5 in points. Richie Joplin running in fourth place was 10 points behind Whipple, 11 behind PJ, and 12 behind Pudge, 15 behind Jacob. Running in fourth right now, PJ Cox runs back in 10th. Morgan further back. Both drivers doing exactly what they needed to do here tonight. And Gitter doing what he needs to do again here tonight. He's won both stages. Now just has to survive 35, 34 more laps to get to victory lane. Pudge and Richie still nose to tail. That is for third and fourth place. Pudge cannot afford to make a mistake here. Tyler Ott in fifth. Cody Kennedy in sixth is reeling in Tyler. Tyler just 2 seconds ahead. Last time by, Cody Kennedy. Oh! Cody Kennedy gets the wall. And Jeremy Edwards goes back by. Jeremy Edwards now back up into sixth place. Cody drops into eighth. Jeremy a little loose off of turn 4. Jeremy kissing the wall all the way around. Clay holding on to 7th. Jeremy in 6th place. He is still running down Tyler Ott, Richie Joplin. Last time by, Jeremy faster than the rest of the field. And faster than the leader by over half a second. "30 laps to go. We could start seeing pit stops anytime." Drivers last pitted on lap 65. I expect to start seeing pit stops any moment, but I imagine we'll see the bulk of them around lap 95. That'll be given a fairly even split. Jeremy Gardner runs in 2nd, Pujanowski in 3rd, starting to pull away from Richie Joplin in 4th. But Tyler Ott running down the 2 cars in front of him and has opened up a little bit more of a gap now. Lance Spawnberg is the first to hit pit road. Jeffrey Goodpaster out of the race. And I hate to hear that, Jeffrey. I am so sorry, buddy. Hey, before you leave, Jeffrey, who is your pick for the win tonight? Can anybody stop Gitter here tonight? Tyler Ott in 5th place was running down Richie Joplin and Pujanowski. It looks like he has lost a little momentum here, but now lap traffic is becoming an issue. Let's take a lap in the car with Patrick Gitter, our leader. You hear how much he's out of the throttle. Back on it hard, out of turn 2, then a little bit of a kick out. You see lap traffic just ahead. He's out of the throttle way before turn 3, having to let it coast. Easing back into the throttle. Oh, and way loose. Gitter spins the tires big time. Everybody having to back off here. And that spinning of the tires has let Gardner back within a second. And Jeffrey Goodpaster saying nobody can touch Gitter. Gitter gonna get her done. Gardner reeling him in very, very quickly. 25 laps to go. Lance Spawnberg, the only driver to have completed pit stops. Gitter's lead shrinking rapidly here. Did Gardner find something late in the run? Richie Joplin also closing back in on Pudge. Tyler Ott losing touch with that lead group. Jeremy Edwards' momentum starting to fade. Clay Kirchenbauer, we know he loves these long runs. He is starting to reel in Edwards. Cody Kennedy, after that incident, coming off turn 2, drifting back into 8th. Still an epic run here tonight. Just about did there. Yeah, he just about got the broadcaster's curse. Sorry, Patrick. Ryan McDaniel is on pit road, the second driver to hit. Jeremy Gardner up on the high side. Gitter's on pit road. He gives up the lead. Oh, Gitter has some problems getting down onto pit road. Let's take a look at Patrick Gitter entering pit road. You see him drop down to the bottom. He signals Gardner that he's coming. Gets down, slides it a lot through there. Gets it back under control quickly. Patrick Gitter tried to enter in the wrong place. He missed the entrance to pit road. Patrick Gitter has not made it in, but Gardner is in and Pudge is in. Richie Joplin now has the lead. Patrick Gitter still has not been to pit road. And Ryan McDaniel's motor just gave up the ghost. Now Patrick Gitter is headed back to pit road, but did he just cost himself the race here tonight? Oh, and a slide onto pit road. Richie Joplin, meanwhile, in the lead. Tyler Ott now in second. Jeremy Edwards in third. Clay Kirchenbauer in fourth. Cody Kennedy in fifth. As the last stops are underway. Richie Joplin gives up the lead now. He is on pit road. Tyler Ott stays out. He's going to lead. Gardner has completed his pit stop. Pudge has as well. Patrick Gitter has completed his pit stop, it looks like. He's on his way back out. Caution is out! Caution! Tyler Ott involved. And this late race caution is going to be... Oh! Jeremy Edwards tried to go low. Tyler moved at the wrong time. They get together. And this late race caution just bit a lot of drivers. Hey, thanks, Jeffrey. Have a good night, buddy. So Clay Kirchenbauer is in the lead when the caution comes out. 6 cars on the lead lap, but a lot of them will get waved back past the pace car. However, they still have to go to the tail end of the lead lap, or the tail end of the longest line, rather. And with less than 20 to go, these guys on pit road right now are about to have the freshest tires. And in Darlington, even a few laps fresher tires can make all the difference in the world. Did Clay Kirchenbauer just snooker the field? Is tonight the night? Brody Green has not been to pit road for his final stop yet. He is in the lead at the moment. We'll see how all of this shakes out. And what about the implications for the points here? Now that Gardner, Joplin, Gitter, and Pudge are end up being much further back. And it looks like this is going to shake out, giving Clay Kirchenbauer the lead. Brody has still not been to pit road. Now Brody Green is headed for pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer will assume the lead here. Jeremy Edwards will be second. Cody Kennedy in third. Gardner in fourth. Whipple in fifth. Tyler Ott in sixth. Richie Joplin, Patrick Gitter, Pudge, 7th, 8th, and 9th. But the two cars, it is great to see Clay up there with this opportunity late in the race, but the two cars that have charged through this field the most tonight, Jeremy Edwards, Cody Kennedy, and Colby Whipple, are second, third, and fourth. Jeremy Edwards up 14 spots into second. Cody Kennedy up 16 spots into third. Whipple up 10 spots into fourth. Let's see if we can get a word with Whipple. Hey, Colby, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Doug?
Hey, you guys just kind of snookered most of the field.
Yeah, I think I was about 5-10 laps short on fuel, and I figured I was going to run probably till around lap 105-ish to pit, and thankfully that caution came up first.
Well, now you got fresh tires and obviously about 5 guys up here really in the fight and 5 very fast guys up at the front. Can you get up here and get the win?
You know, I don't know. I'm happy to be up here. I'm happy to have made it this far in the race. I need a win, that's for sure. If I get a win, I get to go race for a championship at Daytona, and anyone can win that. So I'm going to go for it, but there's a lot of fast guys up here.
Hey, I have to ask, did you have the crew put some coffee in the engine just to give it a little boost there?
Yeah, just a little bit of Folgers in the engine. Got a nice fast repair. Should be good to go.
All right, good luck, man. Great run tonight.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Colby Whipple sits in fourth as they stack back up for the restart. Holy cow, what a shocker here late at Darlington. Pace car is in. Clay Kirchenbauer controls the restart. Clay fires there away. Green is in the air. 14 laps to go. Jeremy Edwards now to second. Cody Kennedy and Colby Whipple battling it out. What about the guys back behind? Gardner runs in seventh, trying to fight his way up. Oh, we've got cars spinning. One of them's Cody Kennedy. Caution is out. The other was... Colby Whipple involved. Oh, Colby just bounces off the wall, gets into Cody Kennedy. And it looks like several drivers get caught up behind. And, oh, Pudge is involved. Richie Joplin is involved. PJ Cox is involved. There you see everybody checking up, trying to avoid it, just know where to go. Nowski sitting right behind Gitter. And what is this going to do to the points going into Homestead? What a heartbreak. Did Jeremy Edwards catch a piece of that? Let's find out. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah.
Hey, sitting good in second place. Doesn't look like you caught a piece of that. Happened right behind you.
Yeah, I saw it in my mirror. Cars scattering everywhere, so luckily I was just in front of it.
Well, now it comes down to, it's you and Clay up front, and you got the outside line on the restart here. Do you have something for him here late in the going?
Probably not. I can't get the tires to hook up on these starts, so it gets a pretty good jump. So I fall back, and then I got Gardner right behind me, so we'll see what happens.
Man, I have to say, that has been an epic charge. You've gone to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. I think you have passed more cars than anybody tonight.
Yeah, it's been an interesting race.
Interesting is an understatement. And I do have to give you a shout out for your sportsmanship last week, making sure you didn't take any stage points last week, man. That was just an awesome deal, bud.
Yeah, I started the year with these guys, but then took a little bit of a break, and so I'm not in any championships. So I was trying to get these guys their points that they need there. So.
Well, man, you definitely shined bright last week and got another shot tonight. Good luck, man.
All right, thank you.
All right. Jeremy's saying he can't get the car hooked up. Gardner lurking back and forth, and Tyler Ott's right there as well. Tyler's been coming through the field tonight. He is up 9 spots. Edwards, if he gets it hooked up, might have a shot, but you know Clay Kirchenbauer is going to do everything possible. I guarantee you Clay is yelling debris on the track right now, trying to shorten this race. Clay, tell him when McDaniel's engine blew, he dropped a bunch of oil on the track. They need to get out here with the speedy dry and the dryers, and it's going to take, roughly 10 laps. Several drivers in pre-race predicted that tonight would be Clay's night. It's long overdue. But Jeremy Edwards, probably one of the best sports out there the last few weeks, man, he has earned it too. Tyler Ott has had an awesome charge. Don't forget, Jacob Morgan and Brody Green are still back there as well in that third row. Brody up 12 spots tonight. Pace car is in. Clay in control. He fires. Green back in the air. 9 laps to go. No problems on the restart. They go off into... Oh no, we've got a wreck behind. Edwards is out of it. Ott is out. No caution yet. Caution is out. And let's see what the heck happened here. Tyler Ott on the bottom, Jeremy Edwards up top. They go off into one. Oh, Ott just pushes up the track just a hair. They get to, and they keep banging into each other. They collect the 10 car. They collect several more. Lance Sponberg gets caught in it. Lance looked like he was clear. And that moves Jeremy Gardner now to second, Brody Green in third. Patrick Pieper in fourth. Brody Green now the biggest mover of the race. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Brody, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, you've had quite a charge tonight as well. Now you're up here in position. Can you get around Clay and Gardner?
I highly doubt it. I'm not really that good here. I just pitch strategy played in my favor.
Well, regardless, man, we've seen you come through a lot of chaos and fairly unscathed for Darlington tonight.
Yeah, somehow I only have an 8X. I was expecting a lot more tonight. I mean, I was also expecting a lot more caution just in general being at this track, but it's been a pretty decent race all race. I mean, obviously, you know, getting late in the race, everyone's trying to get everything they can get for the playoffs, so, I mean, I expect at least one more, if not 2 more cautions out of this still.
Well, hopefully not, and hopefully you can keep that car clean, bro. It has been an awesome job getting up there. You're the biggest mover of the race. Keep it up, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. I still have 2 fast repairs, so hopefully if I do get involved, I'm still good to go.
Hope so, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Brody Green still has 2 fast repairs. Jeremy Edwards, Lance Spawnberg on pit road. Tyler Ott, Cody Kennedy, Ryan McDaniel, Russell Worth, Pudge, Swafford, Lance Spawnberg, Jeremy. Yeah, a lot of fast cars back on pit road here. I can't even do the math in my head on the points right now. But Patrick Gitter, the points leader, sits back in 5th. Gardner, second in points, sits second on track. Justin Swafford has made up a lot of ground due to these cautions. He is now up into 13th. Clay Kirchenbauer came in tonight 4th in points, currently running in 1st. Jacob Morgan, who came into tonight 5th, has struggled a large portion of the night in that 24 car, now up into 6th. Pujanowski currently scored back in 14th, still sitting on pit road. Tabasco car got mighty spicy. Lights go out on the pace car. They stack back up. It'll be 4 to go when they get the green. Anybody want to make predictions on this one? I don't. Seriously have no idea how this thing is going to turn out. You heard Brody say he expected at least one more caution. We could go to a green-white checkered, and every time they restart, remember, they've been out here on these tires for close to 20 laps. They've got to be extra careful not to spin the tires. We've seen tires spun on fresh tires tonight. Tina, get Ryan a lucky rabbit's foot, a horseshoe, and a 4-leaf clover. Tape him to his rig, because he is fast every week and has the worst, some of the worst luck out there. Pace car is in. Clay fires there away. Green flag is in the air. Clay clears. Jeremy Gardner, 4 to go. Brody Green holds on to 3rd. Patrick Pieper now to 4th. Gitter back in 5th. Gitter already looking on the back bumper of Pieper. Clay just a 1/10 of a second ahead. Gardner is coming. Both of them looking for major points here tonight. How hard does Gardner push it? 3 to go. Gitter gets by into 4th place. Brody Green tries to hold on to that podium finish. Brody goes high. Gitter shoots to the bottom. A bobble out of Brody Green. Brody is loose. Pieper almost avoid. No, we've got a wreck. Jacob Morgan involved. No caution yet. Morgan clears the racing surface. Brody is still going. 2 to go. Kirchenbauer out front. Gardner in 2nd. Gitter still holds 3rd. Pieper in 4th. Whipple now in 5th. Whipple needed a good run to stay in the playoffs. He's about to get it. White flag is in the air for Clay Kirchenbauer. One more time around. Kirchenbauer down the back straightaway has half a second on Gardner. Gitter up to 3rd. Pieper in 4th. Whipple in 5th. And here they come. Clay Kirchenbauer breaks the streak. He gets to victory lane. Gardner comes home in second, and Patrick Gitter finishes third, but Clay Kirchenbauer second, no more. Let's talk to our top three, starting with our points leader, Patrick Gitter. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. Got you, buddy.
Hey, that was a great charge on that last restart.
Yeah, I knew I had my work cut out for me there. That was just a silly mistake on my part there under the green flag, trying to missed pit entry, and it just kind of unraveled from there. But heck of a run for Clay, man. He deserves it. He's had so many second place finishes at the season, so I'm just glad he took one home tonight.
Yeah, I think everybody is, because everybody's helping him celebrate. Man, a great run. Obviously going to hold on to the points lead, but it is going to be a lot tighter going into Homestead.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the racing's really going to start to get kind of gritty here, so be fun to see the next few weeks.
All right, man. Congrats, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, Jeremy Gardner comes home in second. Hey, Gardner, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, a great run to second place despite coming in tonight knowing you were going to be struggling here.
Oh yeah, that was that position was definitely a lucky draw. I was not that good tonight.
Man, you managed to come home with a second place despite everything happening all around you, and overall kept that car pretty darn clean.
Yeah, minus hitting the wall. I think I did pretty good, honestly. I mean, I probably hit the wall about 12 times tonight, but I started to minimize that towards the end of the race. I just didn't have as much pace as Gitter and Clay, but
definitely looked like you had some late run speed, but man, a great job coming home second tonight. Well, it looks like we may have lost Gardner, but let's talk to the man himself. And holy crap, after I don't know how many second place finishes, Clay, you finally got it done.
Yeah, finally, man. I counted. It was 8 second place finishes dating back to the Truck Series last year.
That's impressive. You knew it was going to happen eventually. It was just a matter of time, but man, it got a little sketchy on those last couple of restarts for you.
Yeah, it did. Glad to have new tires on the restarts there. And, when I crashed myself holding Pudge, I don't even know what I was thinking. I should have just let him go, but I decided I would race him hard on the top and wreck myself. And I think that's what kind of laid the groundwork there for me to end up getting the lead. So, thank God we have fast repairs. But, man, that was a little... My leg was shaking there the last few laps, that's for sure.
I am sure it was. Once that white flag came out, you had the half-second lead. We knew you were finally going to get it done. It is long overdue. Congratulations, Clay.
Appreciate it, Doug, and hopefully we get to do this again next week.
All right, buddy. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Clay Kirchenbauer finally to victory lane. Thank you guys so much for... I don't even know why the screen went black. Doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you had as much fun as we did. Congratulations to Clay Kirchenbauer. Finally gets to victory lane. Hope to see you all again soon. Thank you guys so much for watching.